2, 1, go.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so my name is Xelna, and this is A Link to the Past. First, before talking about the game, I'd like to thank everybody who donated towards the 100% run incentive. You guys are very generous. It's amazing, so thanks a lot. So yeah, this is a 100% run, and what it is basically you get double magic, all art pieces, and you also get all inventory items at their maximum level. During the run, I won't be talking a lot because I need to concentrate, so I'm gonna let the people behind me do the commentary. You wanna introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Andy.
I'm Blunt Bunny. Your boy Patty.
Your boy. So yeah, the beginning of the game, the escape, it's pretty similar to any other run, except he won't be getting the boomerang. And the reason for that is because since we're only collecting the max level of each item, it's actually faster to skip the blue boomerang and get the red boomerang later, which we'll talk a little bit about in like 45 minutes, I guess.
It's all right.
Something else in the 100% category, we don't get the bomb and arrow upgrades from the Pond of Happiness, I think it's called, with the really attractive fairy. We only like the fat fairy later on, so we try and avoid the skinny fairies throughout most of the run. The reason we don't get them is pretty much because all it does is add just a ridiculous amount of rupee grinding to the run, and it doesn't really show up on your inventory or anything.
It's like 1,400 extra rupees you need to grind.
So, like, the basic 100% definition is just everything on the overworld's item menu. As long as that's all upgraded and filled, you're good to go. He's going to do a little different strat here in this room with the boomerang key guard. He's going to try to spin attack him and kill him closer to the door. And there's a couple minor things everywhere where, like, not having the boomerang is a little weird, but it's not a huge time loss.
So we'll just kill this guard because he's gonna be in the way anyway.
You'll notice when he's going up or down those manual or the automatic staircases to go to different floors, he's holding left or right as his first movement. Because if you just walk down or hold a diagonal, Link kind of stutters his movement animation, and holding left or right immediately after coming down the stairs gets rid of that lag.
For the first two segments of the game, since you don't have the boots, it's all about movement optimization. And in this game, most of the time savers, for the casual viewers, they can't really see them. Things like going through doors optimally, pumping, what else?
That's pretty much it.
Yeah, the precision of your dashes, and for the rest of the game.
And killing things good.
Killing them real good.
So yeah, pumping, it's a very minor time save. It probably saves a couple seconds throughout the entire run. And it's a little hard to explain. Basically, Link's movement animations, depending upon which way he's walking, alternate between 2 pixels per frame and 1 pixel per frame. And so, starting your movement north and west, it starts on the 2 pixels per frame animation, and mashing left or right to reset the movement animation. If you do it optimally, you can just restart it every time you hit the 1 pixel per frame movement, so you're just walking 2 pixels per frame constantly.
That's why when you see Xelna moving either left or up, he'll kind of jump sideways.
Like that.
Like that.
It's like he's doing right here.
That's pumping. Pumping is very important. Makes you strong.
Yo, nice RNG, dude. Yeah. So yeah, all these rooms, the snakes, their starting positions are static, but the directions they start moving in and how they move is completely random. So you can get pretty screwed by just where the snakes are. Like, they can just make a wall in front of you, and you're just like, all right, I guess I'm taking a hit here. And one of the rats in this room has a key, and it can go in a couple different directions. And it gave him some decent luck. Yo, the D boost, too.
Yeah, nice.
What a god.
This whole section's a little bit harder without the boomerang.
Rats are dumb.
Yeah.
You can actually skip the text in this room by holding right when you come out the door. There's a text box at the top that I don't think any of us have seen in years.
You can actually get hit back into the trigger by a rat, and that's happened to me a couple times. It's pretty terrible. All right, so here he's going to get the Sanctuary Heart because it is 100%.
There's not much going on for now, so if you have any donations, that would be a good moment.
Sure thing. We have a $20 donation from Christian Bale 208. Xelna, you are the hero Hyrule deserves. Good luck on your rolling deep run, and watch out for that tricky block in Ice Palace.
No.
We also have a $50 donation from Prinny. Shoutouts to my Link to the Past homeboy Timon commentating with me in the German restream. Let's go, Zelda. Digging game hype.
Thanks.
You all paid for the digging game, so we'll try to give you as much of it as possible.
Yo, shoutouts to Downtime Dev.
We have a $100 donation from LaFonce Bourduc. $100 for Zelna that will play at Legend of Zelda Link to the Past from his Mont L'Oreal, Quebec, Canada's family. We are proud of you, and we love you.
No.
A $50 donation from Gaire, donating for my favorite Zelda game. Don't trust the girl in Thief's hideout, and don't hit the cuckoos, whatever you do.
But she's so cute.
All right, Eastern Palace is pretty straightforward. There's a couple rooms where we'll be doing some tricky things, like manipulating skeleton spawns. But for the most part, it's just knowing where to go and not getting hit by things.
It's pretty much true for the whole game.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, this room, depending upon your movement, you can get 2 skeletons to spawn, and we know exactly where they spawn, so we can just throw the pots at them, and they die immediately.
Usually 4 spawn in that room, so
Yes.
it's kind of weird how you can just get 2 and do the door trigger that way.
You can get 3 to spawn somehow, I have no idea how.
You mess
Usually
up.
it just happens by accident when I mess up.
We have a $100 donation from Chris Houlihan93 for the greatest game of all time. We also have a $123.55 donation from Poor Little Pinkus. Good luck on the run.
Yeah, what's up, Pinkus? All right, so in this room coming up, it's the room with the big key. And there's a switch that's covered by a bunch of anti-fairies, and you have to kill all the enemies for the anti-fairies to spread out. But using his invulnerability frames, you can actually pick up the pot and hit the switch once your iframes run out to trigger the chest to spawn. It saves quite a bit of time.
We have a $30 donation from Tampa. Yo, don't forget the 15 VBs along the 10 digging games required and 20 chests. You're lazy, a Link to the Past, TASer, Tampa.
Hey, Tampa.
Yo, where's the gifted with greenies at, man?
Can't do it in 100%. You don't have the boomerang.
Owned.
blue boomerang doesn't roll deep enough.
Yeah. So this room, the cannonball spawns are completely random, so you gotta be careful sometimes.
It's pretty good RNG in that room.
Shoutouts to Zelda Gamer 98.
Oh, no arrows.
Yeah, you got the rupees though, that's all that matters. Alright, so there's a bunch of different ways to kill Armos here. All of them being like frames faster than the next slowest one, so it doesn't really matter too much how you kill them as long as you do it correctly. So basically, he put 2 arrows into the Armos that was going to be the last one he killed. That way, once he killed the second to last one, it only took 1 arrow, so he could kill it before it went red. Because when they go red, they regenerate all their health.
So we're going to go get the boots from Shalarsh now, and boots are going to be the main source of movement for the whole entire game. Fun fact about Shalarsh, he may look like a bald elf, but really he's just wearing a cowboy hat.
So he's also going to get the bombs and rupees in the back of Shalarsh's hut. Most people don't know that you can actually bonk some of these bombable walls open. I didn't know that until I saw a speedrun a couple years ago.
So we're gonna need 2 bombs later, one to get a heart piece after desert, and another one to do a trick climbing that mountain.
Shoutouts to Super Scooch. He has found a lot of neat little things in the last year or so.
That was normal. Nothing happened.
Yeah, that was a glitch called Spin Speed. It's a 1.0 exclusive, Japan 1.0 exclusive. How you do it is basically you charge your sword, then you release your spin attack, and 1 frame after, you press the A button. And it put Lynx in this weird state where if he touches manual stairs, he'll be walking at the dash speed. I guess it's not really walking if it's... I guess just go fast.
Power walking.
We have a $100 donation from Endorm Solar. Gotta go fast. We also have a $502 donation from Mashy.
Ooh.
Yo, didn't get a chance to donate at all this marathon because I was having a great time meeting everyone. Sad that I had to leave before A Link to the Past. Good luck, Xelna, and may RNG be ever in your favor. Just don't pull an Andy in Ice Palace.
Miss you, Mashy. Come back to us.
Can't wait to see how many more times that gets brought up this run.
A lot.
I hate myself. Alright, so coming to desert, it's pretty normal. We don't have to get any heart pieces until the middle of the desert dungeon. There's one in between the 2 sections that you have to get. And then after this dungeon is when the heart piece collection kind of picks up.
So to talk about all the RNG and the digging and chests and all that all the donation comments are mentioning, there are maybe 4 or 5 real instances of RNG in the game. 2 of them being blue balls, the first one being the more time-consuming from Aghanim. Then there's a digging minigame that we have to get a heart piece from that can take multiple tries. It's very, very random, and then a chess minigame that can also take multiple tries. So we've been coming up with trying to call how many of each there is.
Place your bets now.
Place your bets now. Mine's 3 blue balls, 6 chests, or 3 blue balls, 3 digs, and 6 chests.
I'm sticking with my 3-2-11.
Damn.
Going with 042.
The only problem with this category is that if you're going for a good time, like blue ball RNG isn't too bad. it's like fairly minimal time loss for getting blue balls, but if you miss the first digging game, it's like 50 seconds. And so that's pretty much it.
Yeah, this category is not very competitive. We like to do races of it, like more casually.
Yeah, no one in the community really does like actual serious attempts of it. There've been a couple people that have done it for like, a month or so, and then like they stop because it's a bad category.
Yeah, gets to the point where everything depends on digging RNG and chest RNG. It's not worth it.
It wouldn't be so bad if it was earlier in the run, but blue balls are 30 minutes in, and then digging in chest are like 40 and 44 minutes in, so it's pretty deep into the run to just have it die. Don't jump off that ledge. It's a bad thing to do.
We have a $120 donation from Dunder. Shout out to all the guys and gals behind the scenes that make this possible and kill the animals.
Yo, Blunt Bunny, you want to explain key dashes?
Not really.
Me neither.
All right, so basically key dashes. Normally, if you dash into a door like that, you'll bonk on it, but with the way the dashing animation works, Link moves 4 pixels per frame. So if you line up a multiple of 4 pixels away from the door, you'll stop right in front of, or you'll line up right in front of the door, and you won't actually hit it. So the door will open, and you can just dash right through it, which sounds a lot harder than it is. Most of the objects in rooms are actually lined up a multiple of 4 pixels away, so you can just line up with pots or a torch or whatever. So Lamola's is the
Terrible.
most RNG boss in the game.
Get some pretty nasty patterns that'll make you lose quite a bit of time, like he's getting now.
So the first cycle spawn points are static. Their directions are not, and then after that, anything goes.
it's
It
not
takes 4 arrows or 8 slashes to kill, or a combination of the two. So it's basically just reading and reacting what to do with certain spawns. Nice 5 cycle, dude.
Patty special.
And I think the worst part about this category is that you can't even do the cactus dash. Xelna probably wouldn't have done it anyways, even if you could. Because he doesn't roll deep like the Godfather.
Shoutouts to RP Godfather.
Rolling deep.
Rolling deep. Yo, another cowboy hat.
We have a $50 donation from Hagode225. Been loving all of the runs, but Zelda runs always hit that perfect combination of nostalgia, intensity, and cool tricks. Good luck to Zelda and save those frames.
Thanks.
Shoutouts to DTD for not knowing this was Agnes Cave. And looking at Christos Owen's notes from like 3 years ago and not having any idea where the heart piece was.
Who the heck is Agna?
All right, so coming up, he's going to be doing another Japanese 1.0 exclusive glitch called Fake Flippers. Basically, jumping off a ledge gives you 1 pixel of movement once you land. So if he jumps right next to the screen transition up here and jumps into the water, he's going to screen transition while in the water. And since he's in the water, the game's just like, all right, you can swim, I guess. The only problem is if you get hit, the game doesn't know where to put you back, because when you get hit, you get pushed out of the water. And when you land back in the water, you don't have flippers, so you drown. And then the game just like puts you in this little corner, and if you move at all, it just screen scrolls and you soft lock.
We have a $100 donation from Gage. Frames are forever. Animals are temporary.
You're not hovering, are you?
I don't think so.
Damn.
Sorry, Andy.
I'm so disappointed.
It's the best part of the run right here, Death Mountain. A lot of runs like to die here, or
Especially if you hover.
Something pretty weird to note about this game, the only use of LNR in the entire game is to advance text boxes, but only the last text box. So you can mash A, B, X, Y to advance the text boxes, but you'll know when the last text box is coming, so most people switch to mashing LNR so that they don't accidentally mash a button that will use something. Eek.
good example right there.
Yeah, so Dead Rocks, this whole area is just terrible with RNG. The rocks are bad. The dead rocks, which are the little animal
Squirrels.
things that will run around and block your path for hours on end. So here he's going to do the bomb. Oh, I guess he's not doing the bomb
Thanks for
trick. All
reminding
right.
me.
Yo, you lost your speed too.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, so basically when you're in that glitch state, when you're holding specific items, you can just hold up and then spam left and right, and it'll make him move fast for some reason. I really have no idea why.
Here's a nice heart refill right before the dungeon. It's actually pretty cool.
And if you're good, you hover to the heart piece that's in the sanctuary, not sanctuary, spectacle rock cave. There we go. That's the word I was looking for.
You hovering around Sticky Priest?
And it saves like 14 seconds or something like that, but it's like
Frame
what,
perfect
70 frame perfect inputs or something stupid like that. It's a lot more than the Moldorm 2 gap. I offered to do it for Xelna and embarrass myself in front of all of you, but oh well.
I gotta throw him under the bus.
Hey, well, he didn't throw me under the bus, so that's okay. All right, so right here, he shot an arrow at the switch and then lined himself up on the peg to just give himself constant invulnerability frames, so he doesn't really have to worry about the tile room at all.
You can read donations if you want.
We actually have a $1,000 donation from Tommy
Nice.
Raffinis. Another year, another great SGDQ. All of you there are amazing. To everyone watching, each time someone donates to save the animals, I get personally offended. Please stop.
Same.
Attaboy.
This is like every new runner's nightmare dungeon here.
Yeah, Hera can be pretty terrible sometimes. Mostly just because mini Moldorms and then actual Moldorm. They seem super random, but once you fight them a little bit, you can kind of see some patterns that Moldorm goes through. And there's the petting zoo right there. Luckily, he didn't have to pet anything this time. All right, so bomb jumping. Basically, if you're close enough to the pit, the bomb boost will actually boost you all the way across. If you're just standing there, you have to be 2 pixels away from the pit, but if you dash into a wall and land on the explosion, it increases the window to 6 pixels. So it's really not a super hard thing to do.
This boss is everybody's favorite boss.
So there's actually some really cool secret stuff down that middle hole there that you should check out casually if you haven't played the game before, but we don't need it in the 100% run, so.
Oh,
Nice.
So edges of holes in this game they have very interesting physics. If you're holding your sword out, then like he was holding the sword away from the pit, and as Moldorm rammed him into the pit, he was holding left. So like you literally can't fall unless you hold the wrong input, which is
Yeah.
nice.
You have to have your sword pointing away from the pit while holding B, and also be holding the direction away from the pit in order to not fall down while Moldorm is just destroying you.
So yeah, this pit you'll see at the bottom of the screen is the one that he was supposed to hover over, but
It's never gonna let you live it down, man.
nope.
You want to explain how hovering works so people understand why he's not doing it?
All right, so
Instead of
basically,
just
The dashing animation overwrites the falling animation. So if you start dashing over a pit, you'll actually like be dashing on nothing, and the game only registers you as falling in the pit if you're not dashing for 2 frames. So if you release the dash button for 1 frame and then repress it, the game won't recognize you as over a pit yet, and you can just perpetually walk over this pit 1 pixel at a time using the weird dashing mechanics. So you can only have the button released for 1 frame, which is 1/60th of a second. So it's a little tricky to do multiple times in a row, I guess.
We have a $50 donation from Invader Des. Hey everyone, I wanted to give a shout out to my brother Blunt Bunny and everyone representing those RPG shirts. I look forward to a great run by Xelna. Also, thanks to everyone who makes this charity events happen. Roll deep.
Roll.
Thanks,
D.
Des.
$50 from Blama. You got this, Xelna. Be quick with style. Long live the animals. Got a $150 donation from Anonymous. Great cause. One of my favorite Zelda games. Go Link, go Zelda. Kill the animals. We have a $50 donation from Tobias. Awesome event, as every year does. Thanks to all of you and keep up the good work. Task Spot is blowing my mind as always. Take my money and put it towards killing the animals. It's still a speed run. GDQ monitor hype.
Cool mushroom.
Don't forget, guys, if you guys at least donate $10, that puts you in a running to win one of 2 of the prizes during this run. One is a Hylian Crest rug, and one is the Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past comic book.
All right, so now he's heading to Aghanim's Tower, which is at the top of Hyrule Castle. It's probably one of the hardest dungeons to optimize in this game.
Every room just has so many enemies that have random attack patterns, and you just have to know how to react to basically all of them to get through it optimally. It takes a lot of practice and a lot of being good.
It's actually important to have sword beams for this dungeon because there's so many optimal strats with beams.
Yeah, this game, there aren't too many big RNG segments, but pretty much any room with enemies is like very minor RNG that'll lose you like a second or 2 if you don't get a good pattern. But it adds up after.
Hundreds of rooms, yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Shoutouts to Pui. Pui's the best Japanese runner of this game.
The strat for this room is kind of recent. Downtime Death found it. It's actually a nice strat because even though you don't see it, you manipulate a fairy drop for later in the run.
Yeah, basically those two quick enemies in the second room, they're part of the fairy prize pack, which depending upon where you are in the cycle, it's a 50-50 chance of the drop or not. But if you dash through an enemy, dashing or killing by dash causes the drop rate to be 0 no matter what.
High guard.
This room sucks.
We have a $185 donation from Dice Guy D30. This is the sum of rolling 10 30-sided dice. RNG took so much from the runners this week, so it's time for it to give back.
Circle of Pots room is actually really hard without the boomerang.
Yeah, normally with the boomerang, you just kill the guard in the middle with the 2 pots at the top, and then maybe boomerang the other guard if he gets in your way, and you just boomerang the key and leave. But without the boomerang, you actually have to walk into the middle of it.
Can't believe he didn't spin speed there.
So this fight's pure RNG. He can either get 0 blue balls or he can get like 15.
Or anywhere in between.
Anywhere in between.
So basically, Aghanim has 5 attacks per cycle. The first attack, which you see here, is a guaranteed yellow shot, which are the shots that hurt him. Attacks 2 through 4 are a 50-50, whether it's a yellow shot or a blue ball. The blue ball spread like that and don't actually hurt him. And then the 5th attack is a lightning attack that he does at the top of the screen, and then it just repeats itself until he's dead. It takes 6 shots to kill him. So the maximum, assuming you don't miss any of the guaranteed yellow shots, the maximum blue ball you can get is 15. And it's like some stupidly low % chance of it happening.
How do you see yellow in that?
Uh,
It flashes
yellow-
red and blue.
Yellow, orange, blue.
Let's just say
Whatever.
energy ball.
So he's already got 3, so it's force 3 cycle.
Go 4. So since he has 4 now, the max he can get is 7 because of the guaranteed hits per cycle. Come on, 4. All right.
It's not too bad.
All right, now the fun starts. This is where the game actually gets difficult. I mean, you have a lot of health, so it shouldn't really matter too much, but the difficulty definitely spikes up in the Dark World.
We have a $250 donation from Anonymous. SGDQ is one of the best parts of summer, and Taskbot is the best part of SGDQ. Keep on moving fast and breaking things.
He's just going to be getting 1 heart piece here. And then after this dungeon, it's going to be RNG time.
Yep. Didn't even do the fast strat. I'm really disappointed.
Says what, 2 frames?
I don't even know.
Something ridiculous like that.
All right, so he's coming up here to these hedge mazes, I guess. And there's a greedy little monkey in one of them that forces you to pay him so that you can actually progress in the game.
Oh, bonk.
That's why it's very important to have 110 rupees here, because Kiki will accost you for money, and you don't really have a choice but to pay him. Fun fact about Kiki: in Japanese, Kiki loosely translates to Kiki.
All right, so you have to pay him 10 rupees to have him follow you. If you get hit anywhere, he runs away because he's a scared little monkey. And then you go back and get him. You have to pay him 10 rupees again to have him follow you. And then 100 to open the dungeon.
We have a $444.44 donation from Spim in honor of your boy Patty Collins, 44444, and Andy and Ivan and everyone else at SGDQ. Calling 2 blue balls, 4 dig, 8 chest. Also, I think it's really funny how the argument over a flying pixel in the Super Metroid end cutscene has raised about $700 million for charity over the course of 5 years of GDQs.
Make sure you follow Spim with, 10 or 11 M's on Twitter. Cool guy.
It's a lot of M's, I don't remember. Shoutouts to Rob.
Yeah, much easier. All right, now's a good time to start getting excited about good old bomb yump.
All right, so yeah, similar to the Hera bomb jump, this bomb jump is a little more precise. It uses the same kind of mechanics, but since we're on a collapsing bridge and we need to put the bomb on a particular pixel so that we can clip through the railing. So you have to place it on a particular y-axis pixel and then put Link on another y-axis pixel, all before this bridge collapses. Easy.
The trick saves about 35 seconds over the run.
Yeah, if you don't do that, you have to go into the basement and get a key down there.
Yeah, but you get rich.
You do get rich. And then you have to go into the left room, which is like a dark maze room with a bunch of dodongos in it, and go around and get a key in there and then get the chest from the abominable door. Yo, the quick turn, I like it.
Ooh.
Sexy statue.
So these mimics are probably some of the hardest rooms to optimize.
So now we're just waiting, so if you have any donations.
We have a $50 donation from CFVG. We've been streaming SGDQ all week on the sales floor TV and having a blast watching all the runners doing their thing. The money goes to the Chrono Trigger balloon ending and Save the Animals. We also have a $100 donation from Yakum to the Legend of Xelna.
Dude, Xelna's a prophet. I was doing a run in the practice room earlier, and I haven't played this game in a while, and I said, where am I going to die? In Palace of Darkness, and he goes, Turtle Room. And sure enough, I get there, walk right into one and die. And he just looks at me, he's like, see?
All right, so this is King Helmasaur. He's widely known through the NFL as the best linebacker. He will ruin your day by just pinning you into the wall and sacking you until you die.
It's okay, though, because you have a safety corner.
The safety corner that inevitably just kills you anyways.
That was a pretty
But
good
yeah,
fight.
that was a really good fight.
Yeah, sometimes he likes to be a troll, and especially during the second phase where he does like all of his 3 attacks. He swings his tail at you, spits fireballs, and charges you. It's kind of hard to handle, but he had pretty nice patterns here.
So yeah, it takes 17 hammer hits to get his mask off. And then it's a pretty small window to hit his little gem thing he has on his forehead with the hammer, which does more damage than the Master Sword. So you want to do that optimally.
We have a $300 donation from Aaron Devlith. If you kill the animals, you can feed a family for a day. If you save the animals, you can put them into a petting zoo so that the family can have a nice day, clean fun, and learn about new and exciting critters. Until the animals break out of their pens, at which point they can eat that family, and they are thusly fed for a day. The moral of the story? Don't feed the animals.
So now we're gonna collect a few items, 300 rupees, and then the flute and a heart piece, and then it's gonna be the digging game.
Yeah, this is one of the bigger collection sections of the game. The next 2 segments or so.
It's a cool, I think this is the first item dash coming up here.
Yeah, so in the Japanese 1.0 version, if you didn't notice, there's a lot of Japanese 1.0 exclusive glitches in this game. If you hit the item button and the dash button at the same time, you'll actually do both actions, which more often than not doesn't really do much, but with the hammer and the hook shot, you get some pretty decent time saves.
We have a $10 donation from Freak91, donating for my boy Patty on the couch.
The real MVP.
All right, so coming up here, normally you get the shovel from this guy and you mirror to the light world and dig up the flute. But he's going to mirror just to the right of where you dig the flute up so that he can pick the flute up in the Dark World warp, which skips the cutscene that plays right after you get the flute. Normally, once you get the flute, all the animals disappear and the dude...
Please work.
Oh. All right, so this is the cutscene that he's supposed to skip. It saves a couple seconds if you actually get in the warp.
That's all right. You end up at the same place anyway. Just to say before chat goes crazy asking, because I know they will, you can item dash with a shovel for the digging minigame, but the way item dashing works with the shovel is you'll dig the hole in front of you and just hold the shovel up and then dash and nothing happens.
Just no items come out of the ground.
Yeah. It looks hilarious though, but we won't be showing it off.
Yeah, unfortunately it only counts as one dig.
We have a $30 donation from Kennedy Owen. At last, a link to the past. Good luck on the rest of the run, Xelna. Here's 30 rupees to put towards the digging game, but hopefully you won't need it. Oh, and why would we save the animals at HGDQ earlier this year and only save them again at SGDQ? Kill them. Kill them all.
All right, so this is the digging game. It's a pretty great game. Basically, the first 20 digs of each individual game have a 0% chance of holding this heart piece. Is it 20?
25.
25. And then every dig after the 25th has a 1 in 32 chance of the heart piece coming up. So you get about 12 to 13 chances per game to actually get the heart piece in a 1 in 32 odds. So, yeah. So, and also, this game is super expensive. It costs 80 rupees to play. So you kind of hope for early heart piece, and you also hope for just red rupees to come out of the ground like no tomorrow.
No
It's
patty
okay,
row,
we
dude.
can be here for a while.
No patty row.
Yeah, you can get it first try and be happy, and you can get it after the 26th time like I did once and lose like 22 minutes in the speedrun. It's, it's nothing you can do about it.
If you want to sing along, sure.
Yo!
There we go. Second try. Yo, before the text box. Oh, so close.
That's actually pretty good for digging game, getting it second try.
All right, whatever.
All right, so now we're going to get the maze heart piece. We're just going to mirror over here. We're conveniently right here after the digging game.
Yeah, normally you're supposed to go in that house, bonk into the wall, and leave the house.
And I had no idea you could jump over those little like gaps in the fence when I was a kid. So this game was always super hard. And this is Usain Bolt, the fastest guard in all of Hyrule.
Look at him go.
And so now he's going to be getting the bottle, or a bottle, the net, and the duck before he
Oh my god.
before he goes and gets magic powder and some more heart pieces.
Am I the only one that always thought the guards looked like pigs? Like the little like place where you can see the skin of their face always looked like a snout to me. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I don't see it. You might just be weird.
Oh, I definitely am.
All right, so normally after you you play the flute and the duck comes out, there's like a 6-second or so period where you can't actually call him because of whatever reason. But if you flute dash, it actually overwrites the period where you can't call him, so it just calls him immediately. That strat is actually pretty new. Was that DTD too? I don't remember.
I'm not sure
the
about that
God's
one.
actually.
Oh, that was Gatas. So now he's gonna buy another bottle from the carpet merchant. and then go into Blind's house and get a heart piece.
Hold it up for everyone to see.
We have a $400 donation from Old Man of the Sea. Good luck on chess/dig, Xelna. Incentive towards runner's choice, please.
Kill the animals.
He's just gonna grab one more heart piece here, and then it's time for the chess game.
Now the chess game is also super interesting. There's in the code of the game, there's actually a bunch of like interesting restrictions. Like you can't get the same thing from both the chests you open. If you get one thing from the first chest, you're more likely to get something else in the second chest. Like 1 rupee in the first chest, you're more likely to get the 100 in the second chest. If you get a bomb in the first chest, you're more likely to get the heart piece. But there's a small bug right at the beginning of the code that just makes everything invalid, and also makes the first chest of the chess game have a 0% chance of having the heart. So
They tried. That's what counts.
that's fixed in every other version of the game except for this one. So the chess game is just a flat 1.8 or 1 out of 8 per attempt.
We have a $150 donation from Strails. Love Legend of Zelda Link to the Past. Had to donate during what is arguably the best game in existence and a game I beat at least once each year. Kill the animals, save the frames.
I'm ready to sing along this time.
All right, so this game also costs 30 rupees.
Oh.
All right.
At least we got 20 arrows. Was kind of low. 0. Now we have 20.
Arrows are nice until they start giving you them when you already have 30.
Exactly.
There's some money. So you want to leave this game with 310 rupees. That way, all you need is the other 300 chests in Darkwood Kakariko, and you're set for rupees for the rest of the game.
Sometimes you could skip that chest if you play the chess game a lot, because you'll get lots of rupees.
Yeah. And depending upon how many rupees you leave with this, you'll either go get the magic boomerang first, or if you can skip the chest, you'll get it after Thieves Town.
Yo, nice.
All right.
Sick.
If you have any donations, this is the time.
We have a $100 donation from Tello Crush. Love the runs.
Hey.
Let's reach the 1 million mark. Good job, Xelna.
Was that 6?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. So normally there's 300 rupees here, but since he skipped the boomerang in Hyrule Castle, it's going to be the red boomerang instead.
Do we actually know why that happens?
I think the game just doesn't want you to miss any items. So since you can't go back into Hyrule Castle and get it, it's there.
We have a $1,000 donation from Anonymous. Hi, I'm a doctor. I'll say that again. Hi, I'm a doctor. I treat cancer. I dislike borders, and I have many fond memories blowing countless hours of my childhood on Link to the Past and so many of the incredible games run this week. Amazing event. Many thanks.
Shoutouts to Dr. Anonymous. Cool guy. And or girl.
Thieves Town is a pretty simple dungeon. The only big thing, I guess, is what we call the Hellway, which you'll see. There's a bunch of spikes, a fire snake, and a bunch of angry Patrick Stars who lost their pants.
This room is called the Hellway. As you can see, it looks like hell.
And it's away.
Sometimes you can dash through that room without
Whoa there.
getting hit.
There's a 1 pixel, basically pixel perfect pathway through the middle of that room there. And if you get that, it's basically all up to RNG whether or not you can just dash all the way up. But Patrick Starr was looking for his pants in the middle of the room, so he couldn't make it all the way through.
Unfortunately, this is the only dungeon where Patrick Starr loses his pants. You never see him anywhere else.
We have a $50 donation from Newtzy. Shoutouts to P-Cole on the couch for getting me into speedruns by speedrunning Link to the Past a while back. Link to the Past is definitely my favorite speed game, which is why I had to wait this long to donate so I could donate during Zelda's run. Good luck on the run, and put my money towards killing the animals.
Thanks, Newtsy.
I really miss Patty's Zelda speedruns. They were a lot of fun.
For you.
All right, so the reason we do Thieves Town so early is dungeon number 4 on the map. But once you beat this dungeon, you can get the Tempered Sword, which speeds up every other dungeon pretty significantly. So you want to do this dungeon as early as possible. You don't even have to finish it if you don't want to. You can just get the Titan's Mitts and go get the Tempered Sword. Wow, not even...
Calm down, Andy. So blind, pretty much doing the same way every time. There was a strategy found to keep him from doing anything random, and if you do it this way, specifically this way, he'll do the same thing every time, and he's dead just like that.
Yeah, ironically enough, blind is probably the easiest if you're a speedrunner because the movement is the same, but probably the hardest for a casual player because he's all over the place in the third phase.
We have a $50 donation from Hi Guy. PQ Where?
Oh my
Also, a $20 donation from PQ. Hey Xelna, just letting you know that the Marble Blast community says hi. Good luck with your run.
Yeah, thanks everybody. Marble Blast is a great game, you should all play it.
It's a blast.
Exactly.
We have a $15 donation from Abe112. Link to the past, more like Link to the fast. Hey Xelna, slow it down a little. I'm getting motion sickness over here.
Actually, can you slow it down, please? I agree.
So this is the Cursed Dwarf. Shoutouts to Kev for not knowing that.
Had a $50 donation from Anonymous. This goes to the Legend of Zelda Couch Chorus Quartet. And save those animals.
This is another spot where 1.0 saves quite a bit of time.
Imagine having to just sit there and walk to all these pigs and hammer them one at a time.
Filthy casuals.
The frog runs pretty fast.
Now he's not a frog anymore.
So he's gonna give him his sword so they can get it tempered, and he's gonna do a couple things while he waits. You have to either transition to the Dark World or to completely screen transition and come back for it to be ready. So he's gonna get this chest and then go get half magic real quick.
We have a $50 donation from Kayana. Thanks for the amazing SGDQ. We also have a $25 donation from Sensei Crystal. My first time attending SGDQ, having a blast. Shout out to the Puzzle Room crew. 4,000 pieces is nothing.
As a kid, I always thought half magic meant that you had half magic, so I would just go through the whole game. Even though I knew this would here, I reset and didn't get it. Later on, figured it out.
The dialogue actually kind of tricks you. It makes it seem like he's screwing you over.
No.
Yep, never got that after my first playthrough.
Yeah.
Now he's gonna just deliver this chest to the mute guy who gets mad when you take his sign.
Got a $100 donation from Spamsick. Keep it up, guys and girls. Much love.
Yo, the frame perfect flute.
Nice.
So there's one frame from when you say, like, yes, you can have this chest, and when you get the bottle, that you can actually input something, and if you get the flute, you get an early duck spawn.
Just a reminder, since we're at the halfway point, don't forget to get your donations in. If you donate at least $10, you get a chance to win not one or might be winning two prizes. One is a Hylian Crest rug, and the other is The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past comic book. Once again, $10 is all you need.
Yeah, this room
Sucks.
you can the mummies are slightly manipulatable, so if you move in certain directions, the way they turn, you can kind of manipulate to where they go to make the statue pushing a little easier.
The one on the top left, he can get stuck on the little half wall, kind of like he did there, and it makes the whole room like 10 times easier. But a lot of times he'll actually keep walking out and then turn and walk to where you're trying to push the chest and everything. It's just a nightmare.
This bomb jump is exactly the same as the hair one, so it's pretty simple. There's one other bomb jump in the game in Ice Palace that you'll see pretty soon.
There's a bunch of holes that you see on the ground there that you can fall in on accident. It loses quite a bit of time. Just put you in a random room in the dungeon. It's so funny to see like new speedrunners fall in there because they can't find the key to get out of the room.
So yeah, this dungeon is basically just like a big troll. Like there's a bunch of locked doors that just lead you to a room with another key. So it's really fun to watch casual players just not know where to go.
I was one of those casual players at one point.
Some
Everyone
casual
is.
players don't know that you can pull statues either.
It's alright. We have enough hearts.
Oh yeah, you have half magic. That just damage boost through the whole dungeon at this point.
So yeah, Mothula is an interesting boss. Basically, the way he's coded, he takes 0 damage from spikes, and slashing enemies into spikes, the spike damage overwrites the sword damage. So if you slash Mothula into the spikes, it actually does 0 damage. Luckily, he got a pretty good spawn there.
It's a setup right you could do for that boss to get a double hit on him by dashing up into the block. Just having 2 hits at the start is very helpful.
Yeah.
And then having the tempered sword for this boss, when I guess in the natural route you wouldn't have it yet. The tempered sword kills him in 4 hits.
We have a $50 donation from Kyle Chambers. Watching the first game I ever beat to 100% as a kid done so quickly. It's just amazing. Keep up the great work, everyone. Oh, and kill the animals. We also have a $15 donation from Armadillo64. My 9th donation for the marathon. I'll make it 10 if the reader does her best young Link impression. Oh gosh. Hut! Strike! Yeah! I'm sorry, Xelna.
Let's get that 10th donation.
All right, so now he's heading to get the Quake Medallion and Flippers and another heart piece before he goes to Ice Palace.
No lotto, nice.
Yeah, sometimes this Ropa can jump on you and you lose 2 hearts. And it's really not a good time to lose 2 hearts because you need beams for a fast strat in the first room of Ice Palace, while the second room.
So a lot of people think that this catfish here that gives you Quake is based on some sort of old Japanese myth, but really the creators were just huge fans of Everybody Loves Raymond, the show, so that's what it comes from. Little known fact.
We have a $54.44 donation from codename Hulkhead. Hey, my boy Patty. If all this attention you're getting now doesn't make you want to come back to speedrunning this game, I don't know what will. And good luck on the rest of the run, Zelda. The good digging game RNG is a great start. Also, there's something that needs to be said. Sure, we saved the animals at SGDQ 2015, so we think it's time to kill them. Wrong. They were killed at the Nintendo World Championship this past June, so it's actually Save the Animals' turn. Sorry, blame Sinister One.
Well, if they're already dead, why do we have to save them? Yo.
He's calling out to you guys. We got a $50 donation from Unagi Roll. Looking forward to winning the Hylian Crest Rug and saving those threads. We have a $200 donation from Stuart. Love what you guys are doing. Keep up the good work, speedrun hype, and kill the animals.
Ice Palace is a really fun dungeon. It's pretty technical. Shout out to Rip Killa.
You get the blue mail as the item for the dungeon, which reduces your damage by half, I believe. I don't even remember, it's been so long. But we just completely skip over it because it takes a whole lot of time. We'd have to go get the big key, which you really don't need to do. And we're just worried about the final inventory at the end of the game, and red mail overwrites blue mail, so we just completely skip over it in this dungeon. It allows for some pretty crazy skips throughout this dungeon, one in particular.
This room right down here is pretty cool.
And we lay one bomb and then hit this bottom Stalfos up and it kills them both. It's pretty nice. And then here he damage boosts off the spike to get himself perfectly lined up on the correct pixel.
All right, this is the bomb jump right here. The bomb jumps to end all bomb jumps.
So yeah, having those switches still up when you pass this room just breaks the entire dungeon. And then everything is just perfectly laid out for you to finish it immediately.
I like how you got more claps for bombing the Stalfos than you did for the pixel perfect bomb jump that skips half the dungeon.
These stairs are notorious for making you slip all over the place.
Okay, so Xelna's gonna carefully push this block in the right direction.
Shout outs to that block for ruining my day.
Pushing that block the wrong way, you have to go back upstairs and come back down to reset it.
Run Killer 2000, my favorite boss.
So this is Cold Stare. It takes 8 fire rod shots to break the ice.
gonna go for this quick kill here. Saves about a second.
Nice.
Nice.
Frame perfect.
It's so frame perfect. I just don't understand.
Yeah, watching Patty kill this boss quickly was like the first video I'd ever seen of him. And he was just trying for a long time, and he finally gets it and gets so excited that he just runs off screen and then just airplanes onto his bed.
I almost kicked out my window instead. But I turned around and jumped on the bed.
And that video is now lost
No, it's
forever.
there. I found it.
You found it?
Yeah.
Congratulations, dude.
Yeah. Thanks, man. It's my one claim to speed fame. Spending 2 hours trying to do what Xelna just did in a run.
All right, so now he's going back up to Death Mountain. This is probably the last scary part of the run.
He's gonna go for this risky strat to get through the Cane of Burna room. Most players get a fairy for this, so if their movement's bad, they won't die.
So basically, this room is just filled with spike floors, and you're supposed to have the magic cape to get through it. But with 14 hearts, if you have optimal movement, you can actually get all the way through it.
I think it's less than a second of bad movement.
To put it simply, Xelna's gonna roll deep right here.
He's good.
Nice.
So you get 56 frames of unoptimal movement. So that includes starting your dash a couple frames later than the first frame you can, stuff like that.
Yeah, this item is called the Cane of Burna, but it sounds weird, so we like to call it the Cane of Brian.
Shoutouts to Brian. Don't worry, there won't be too
nice.
much beeping after this. We're going straight to get a heart piece, which will give us a heart refill right before the next dungeon.
And it's very important because going into Mire with full hearts is very good.
Going in with 2 hearts would be
Death.
ill-advised, yeah.
Might roll deep though.
You never know. Get the heart piece after Xelna. Challenge yourself. Push yourself to excel above others.
I just want to say we reached the 900K.
Nice.
Does that mean we're going to get the 1 million? Come on, 1 million? Hype!
See Xelna chat's rolling deep. What the heck? Thanks everybody for the donations. Keep them coming in. We'll keep playing video games.
Okay, so the second room in this dungeon looks really cool when it's done right.
Probably the most fun room to
Yeah.
do correctly. Like you actually feel good playing this game, which is rare.
Nice.
We have a $50 donation from GeoFlow. Great event, having a great time, and all for a good cause. Thanks to all.
This is probably one of the more confusing dungeons casually just because there's so many different places to go and some of the keys are really random, like inside that blue jelly right there. Like a lot of people don't think to look there, especially because it's not a enemy triggered door, but in the speedrun it's I would argue, one of the more easy dungeons to get through. It's pretty quick, too. Now would be a good time for a donation.
We have a $2,015 donation from Arieli. This donation is dedicated to all the folks who have been watching the stream and wishing they could donate, but life's been tough and they can't afford it. We're all in this together, and part of being a community is helping others when they're down. Don't feel bad that you can't donate now. We're just glad you're here with us. What's that you say? The animals can't donate either. Well, then this one's for them too. And I'm pretty sure we know what they want. Save the animals.
That was a really good donation message up until that last part right there.
They always know how to troll.
So what's this, the cane of Eric?
This was the King of Samaria.
It's one of the most interesting items in this game. There's a lot of really cool uses for it in the speedrun.
A $50 donation from Schnack. You guys are great. Greetings from Switzerland. That's an awesome name.
Yeah, this boss coming up, Vitreous, is usually a pretty scary boss. The game expects you to have the blue mail by now, so everything starts doing more damage. And the eyeballs that are around Vitreous do, what, 3 hearts?
4 hearts.
4 hearts. But the slime that all the eyeballs are in only does 1 heart, so it's going to be like taking damage from the slime and then just walking into the middle of all these eyeballs and hitting them all at once.
Even though there are a lot of hearts in this game, the last thing you want to do is start hugging enemies.
Yes.
So hopefully Xelna can enroll and be the next member in the Itty Bitty Vitty Committee.
That's good.
Nice.
0 cycle.
So yeah, normally after a little while, the big eyeball shoots lightning every once in a while, and it starts shooting faster as more eyes are dead. So getting him to not shoot lightning at all is a good indication of a quick kill.
You do the same strats for any percent too, and you can see he's missing quite a few hearts. It's a pretty close call when you do it in any percent, which is why you really, really, really don't want to hug the eyeballs.
Yeah, getting 1 hug is pretty much going to ruin the fight for you.
Or just kill you.
Or yeah, that too.
That's when you start using Patty's patented safety corner strats. Nice and safe in your cozy safety corner.
So now he's getting a heart piece, and he'll be getting bombos, and then make his way into swamp.
There's a glitch here called, I think it's Block Vanish. It's a 1.0 exclusive. When you mash the mirror, it makes the blocks disappear.
Yeah, impressive.
Congrats on
mashing Y.
pressing the Y button correctly.
It's a good puzzle.
So that only works on Japanese 1.0 when you're in a cave. Don't try and do it in a dungeon, because the mirror actually has a function in the dungeon that takes you to the beginning of the dungeon, and that overrides the block glitch, so you'll just go back to the beginning of the dungeon. The way it works is you just press Y with mirror equipped while the block is moving, and it'll disappear.
We have a $30 donation from Trax McWhaleway. Thanks for showing me some awesome tricks in my favorite 2D Zelda game. Also got a $250 donation from Anonymous. So happy to donate during my favorite Zelda and SNES game. I spent many hours over the years playing and replaying this masterpiece. Glad to see the shovel heart only took 2 attempts. Put this towards saving the animals. It's what Link would do. $10 from Terra174. Good luck to Xelna and the couch destroying my childhood favorite game. As any other speedrunner would agree, save the frames, kill the animals. We have a $1,000 donation from Terrain. You've raised $900K for charity, but you're still hungry.
The anti-fairy skip.
Yo,
Nice.
Nice. They never clap for the hard stuff.
So this is Swamp. Normally this is the second dungeon you do in the Dark World. So everything is, you know, it does like a quarter heart of damage or a half heart of damage. So it's just a lot of walking around and getting all the stuff you need to beat the dungeon and just getting nickel and dimed all over the place by all these little water bugs and the jellies and the skeletons. It's a terrible dungeon.
And he's pretty good at Swamp.
I hate this dungeon with a passion.
Yeah, it's pretty trolly. You can lose quite a bit of time. It adds up pretty quick. Just from enemies being in your way.
It always bugged me how the red skeletons can throw as many bones as they want at you and never fall apart.
Dude, sometimes even like the horse head things throw bones at you for no reason. That happened to Blunt Bunny in Thieves Town once. Like he came back upstairs after getting the maiden and the horse just threw a bone at him immediately.
So weird. So hammer dash is pretty useful here. I think they save 0.3 seconds each time you go for it.
Yeah, this room is a whole big cluster. There's a thing that shoots fireballs in the middle, 2 skeletons, a jelly, and a fire snake.
Yeah, next time you decide to play this game, when you come up to this room right here, don't forget to hit the switch on the way out.
A huge time loss, and you'll find out soon why.
Probably one of the more embarrassing time losses when you don't realize it.
Yeah, there's only one other room that you'll realize it before you actually get to the boss key. And then you like drop down this hole and you just can't go to the right. You're just like, well,
Gotta go back.
Nice RNG there.
Just wants a hug, dude.
Yeah.
We have a $30 donation from Fossil Ferrous. It was very fortunate that my week of vacation coincided with SGDQ. Glad I was able to catch so many great runs. Keep up the good work, finish with style, and set animals to kill. We have a $20 donation from Krang Gamar. Enjoying my Saturday afternoon with some SGDQ, the once-in-a-lifetime pay-per-view event where John Xelna takes on 6 men in a steel cage shoots and ladders match in one of my favorite games for the Super Nintendo. Kill the animals, save the frames.
shoutouts to Stryker for getting that stuck in everyone's head a couple days ago while we went disc golfing.
He's my bedmate in our room. Literally, we woke up at 11 a.m. and he just like looks at me and goes, "Gosh, dang it, Stryker." You can pick up that pot because this game's cool. That's really,
It's really
there's
easy
no
to
other.
pick up when you have when you do a hook dash to that pot. Argus is coming up. It's probably one of the easiest bosses casually, but definitely the hardest for speedrunning because he's going to go for a 0 cycle, a quick kill.
You're basically having your sword out and then doing a hook dash. So holding the B button and then hitting Y and A at the same time puts Link in the glitch state, and his sword is out. So his sword will always do slash damage, even though it would normally do poke damage, which is half of slash damage. All the little cloud puffs around Argus die in 1 slash. And so if you get the glitch and then continuously hookshot them back, you can actually kill them all before he does the move where he poofs them all around him.
Nope.
Oh. It's a little tricky because if you mess up the hookshot, your sword will retract since it's poking the enemy. So you have like a small window to actually do the hookshot again before the sword goes away.
It's also actually, I believe, all right, now, it's RNG how far he moves when he does move towards you, so it's a lot easier to pull off that quick kill if you get the good RNG where he only moves a little ways down, but there will be sometimes when you walk in and the first thing he does is move all the way down to the bottom in his first movement, and you have to move and reset your glitch state.
This is probably the longest cutscene in the game, so feel free to read donations.
We have another $2015 donation from the same person.
I hope this one's to kill the animals to even it out.
Oh, couch of little faith.
God damn it.
After all, there are plenty of people who are wishing they could donate to kill animals too, are there not? And another part of being a community is making sure everyone feels included. So since SGDQ 2015 saved the animals, here's another 2015 for covering both our bases. Save the frames.
Nice.
Shoutouts to Chaotic Neutral.
We have a $500 donation from Anonymous. Great cause, great games, kill the animals. We have a $20 donation from Luis G. 1 million hype! That's good. We have a $20 donation from Rector Hagia. Here's a med student size donation. Look forward to making doctor size donations in future GDQs.
All right, so coming up, he's getting one more bottle, which is the last bottle he needs from the dude that's just chilling and fishing underneath the bridge. And then he'll be getting the super bomb to go get the gold sword and silver arrows.
Ooh, the super bomb's fun.
Yeah, the super bomb is really weird. He'll be doing a little trick to kind of speed up the movement process. Normally, you can't dash with it behind you.
Pressing A releases the bomb and starts the countdown, and you can't pick it back up.
You can.
No, you can pick it back up, but
It's just weird sometimes, and sometimes you can't.
I don't know anything, so.
But
So.
so yeah, so he's gonna, for whatever reason, if you screen transition when the timer's at 0, the bomb just respawns behind you. So he's gonna be leaving the bomb. I actually don't know what strat he's gonna be doing here. So I guess we'll find out.
do the fast one, I think.
As long as you don't walk around the entire map, I don't really care.
Chop this up to some more A+ Japanese version 1.0 coding.
So he left the bomb at the doorway and screen transition there. He's gonna mirror right as it goes to 0. And then the bomb just, oh, hey.
Oh, yep.
And then there's a small buffer where if you hookshot something, you can dash even with the item trailing you for some reason.
Because it's catching up to you, I think.
Possibly.
It's also very easy to lose that bomb if you just do something wrong. It's 100 rupees for the bomb. Oh, he had 100 extra rupees, so he would have been able to do it again. But if you only have 100 rupees left and you miss it, it's pretty much a run killer.
Yo, it's Big Betty Bertha.
She's my favorite fairy.
She's just so happy. We like her so much that we talked to her a second time.
He's going to be getting the butter sword here.
And here, make sure you throw the right thing in the pond, or else you lose like a bunch of time for nothing.
So the butter sword's pretty important because all of the late game enemies are really lactose intolerant, so it does a lot of damage to them.
Alright, so now all that's left is 2 more heart pieces in this segment. He gets the magic cape and the ice rod, and then we're almost done.
Thank God.
We have a $50 donation from Moose's. Xelna Pro Bomb boosting skills will lead us all to victory. Shout out to Crystal and $50 to Runner's Choice of killing the animals.
Yeah, shoutouts to Crystal and Jaden. I pretty much learned the whole game by watching their video.
We have a $30 donation from Caveman42. Had to donate during my favorite game of my childhood. Good luck on the run and save the animals. Thank you, Noviri, for your $50 donation. Runners spend all year killing the animals. Is it that much to ask that they do the right thing and save them just this once?
Yes.
They've spoken.
Who would have thought that Patty would be the voice of the speedrunners?
They gave me a mic. I don't know why.
$50 donation from Ovi116. Last time we saved the animals and they got themselves in trouble again. Let them find their own way out. Save the frames. Kill the animals. We also got a $105 and 2-cent donation from Zavian. Keep up the awesome work all. Glad to see the GDQ charity marathon still going strong, and I hope this continues for many years to come. Also, let's save both the animals and the epoch.
You're supposed to use the hook shot here, but you could just walk along the edge there.
And there's also a weird little buffer period where you use the cape and you can't move, but if you cape dash, it removes that buffer entirely.
I think the main reason I want to kill the animals is because saving the animals would make Zost frown, and I really don't want to see that guy frown. It's just heartbreaking.
We passed by this area before, but you can't. This hard piece you can't get until you beat Aghanim 1.
For some reason, killing Aghanim makes the tree die.
Well, the lumberjacks aren't finished cutting it down yet.
They still aren't finished.
We have a $50 donation from Anna Artemis. That Young Link impression was so good, I decided I had to donate. Really enjoying SGDQ this year. Lots of great runs. Oh yeah, kill the animals.
So he's getting the last inventory item, or last Y button item, I guess.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
the swag points.
Rolling deep.
Jaden would be proud.
Rolling so deep.
Alright, last chance to get trolling that mountain.
Alright, so the same as spin speed earlier, hookshot dashing on manual staircases as well gives you the same glitch state.
Shoutouts to Waffle.
Yeah, shout outs to Waffle.
What do I do?
I'm playing Mario.
Yeah, Waffle just got like perpetually stuck inside of the dead rocks and just kept taking damage until he died and was just yelling, "What do I do?" for like 10 seconds until he died.
He got trapped between 2 dead rocks, and boulders were just raining on top of him.
Just turns off the console.
We have a $500 donation from Matt21. Link to the Past is an all-time favorite. Been playing non-stop for over 20 years. Shoutouts to Xelna, Crystal, and Jaden for advancing the Zelda science.
Lots of Zelda scientists out there.
Yeah, along with them, Super Scooch has done a lot in the last year and a half or so, and then Isuhara, a Japanese tasser, has pretty much found every single significant glitch in this game in the last 3 years.
Shout outs to X Release 2, another scientist.
Yes.
Save the frames.
We have a $500 donation from Hasufly. This is my contribution to charity. Thanks for an awesome SGDQ. You guys make the world a little better by hosting this amazing marathon year after year. I'll let the reader decide what to do with the animals this year. Cheers! Kill.
There you go. I love this room right here.
choice.
Rolling pins are fun to work around.
And normally there's some cool stuff with the hook shot you can do to get through the rollers quickly, but we have a cape, so who needs to do that?
You're gonna see chomps from Mario coming up in the next room.
Yeah, this dungeon is just Mario's dungeon. There's pokies jumping around everywhere.
Yeah.
There's these chain chomps.
Oh
The
god.
Brahmin block blasts.
Triple B.
Nice.
Yeah, not only is that strat like pretty hard to pull off, but it also requires good RNG from both of the chain chomps. If either of them go up, they can just block your shot, and you can't do anything about it.
Rim sucks.
It's a run killer for sure.
Oh yeah.
And if they're not cooperating, you can always try to read them a bedtime story from the Book of Medora.
It's a pretty good impression.
Thank you. Yo, nice fairy drop.
We have a $50 donation from Anonymous. Long-time watcher, first time donating because that young Link imitation was absolutely golden. Thank you. $20 donation from Melissa. My family and I love watching SGDQ. Thanks to all involved. My son Connor says save the animals.
He'll learn one day.
All right, so this room is one of the most fun rooms to optimize, in my opinion. Those pokies do 4 damage, by the way. It's pretty great.
He's about to get the. Well, actually, he's gonna get a heart piece first, but after that, he's gonna get the super oversized mirror shield.
Yeah, the room with the 2 pokies has, what, 16 different RNGs
Yeah.
that you have to learn? Well, you don't have to, but if you want to go fast, you should.
This next room is called the Ramak room.
Yeah, by I think Downtime Death called it that.
The ROM hack room?
It's completely out of place. You don't normally see mimics in the light world.
Makes sense, I guess.
Casually, this is the heart piece that everyone misses because it's one of the only heart pieces in the game that you actually have to get while you're in a dungeon. And it's the very last dungeon, well, one of the last dungeons in the game, just kind of randomly outside. It's really weird that they decided to put something that important in a cave like that.
We have a $50 donation from Corin. I've been watching the stream all week. There have been so many special moments this year, and the speedrunning community has really showed off their talent and their hearts. Thanks to everyone that's made this event possible, and thanks to all the brave staff that are moved to work with Doctors Without Borders. The world is a better place, thanks to all of you.
Yeah, using the cane in that last room with the rolling pin and the chest, you can actually, if you mess up, you can get yourself stuck on the left side with the chest and like put the pegs back up by accident. It's happened to a couple runners, and then they just don't know what to do.
He's gonna be doing a laser skip in this room, which saves a couple seconds.
What do you do when you get stuck, Andy?
You do some weird stuff with the block and get yourself unstuck. It's pretty magical.
And, this next room looks really cool too.
Nice.
So he does an item dash there with the Cane of Samaria. It basically uses the cane initially, which bursts the block, and he dashes along with the second fireball, and he lets go of his dash when he's over the pegs so that he has invulnerability frames to go through the pokey.
Alright, so this boss, the gold sword's really strong, so you can kill all the heads in 3 hits. and you change your rod before you kill the first one, because while the explosion animation is happening, you can't access the pause menu.
As Xelna put it earlier when we were talking about this pause, it's about 10% boss and 90% explosions. Michael Bay rolling deep.
Alright, so we have one more heart piece to get on the way to Ganon's Tower. And then all that's left is the red mail that's in Ganon's Tower.
And, you know, finishing the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, important.
Just want to put a last plug in for putting in that $10 donation if you want to get that chance to get that Hylian Crest rug or the Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past comic book. Once again, $10. We're getting very, very close to the end of this run, so this is probably your last chance to do so. Got a $50 donation from Anonymous. Really enjoying the event this year. Thanks to all the runners and event staff who make this event what it is. General Spoon donates $20. Shout out to Xelna and Patty. Really enjoying Xelna's awesome run, and Patty's commentary is even better. Also, kill the animals.
Get wrecked, rest of the couch.
So yeah, there's some platforms there that you can normally only see if either a torch is lit up or you use ether. But if you know where they are, you don't really need to do either of those.
Either of those.
This is the last heart piece right here.
Oh, it's so symmetrical.
Had a $50 donation from Nick B217. Been watching GDQ for the past few years, but never had the means to donate until now. Love what you guys are doing, and hope to see more great runs in the coming years. Here's to breaking the 1 million. P.S. Save the animals, people. Let's put that emote to good use.
So Ganon's Tower is probably the hardest dungeon in the game, which is pretty fitting since it's the last one before Ganon.
They knew what they were doing. Most of the time.
Yeah, one thing I really like about this game is that the difficulty actually spikes as you get towards the end. So the end of the game is actually pretty difficult.
It's the only time you use the magic boomerang.
Yeah, it's super laggy, so you don't really want to use it anywhere.
Yeah, but it sparkles, so it's worth it. This is why I don't have a good time in this game.
Too focused on the shiny.
It's so pretty.
So in this dungeon, you're gonna have to refight all the light world bosses. First one's gonna be Armos, but each one has like a certain twist to it. Armos is actually gonna be on ice, and you're gonna see a really cool strat here. Hopefully. It's pretty awesome.
So right here, normally there's like a huge path you have to walk along. Lighting the torches makes it show up. But you can just bonk on that pot and just go right to the end. Nice.
So silver arrows kill most bosses in one hit. I think all bosses besides, Ganon, pretty much.
So now that I have the red mail, it's just finishing the tower and the game. We have all items.
So the last section of Ganon's Tower is pretty much linear. It's just a bunch of rooms you have to clear.
Yeah, the biggest part of this dungeon is probably the gauntlet, which is coming up. It's 5 straight rooms of killing enemies to advance to the next room, all with different things in the room, like BMOS or moving floors or ice floors or spikes, or all of the above.
Those mimic rooms, getting the correct movement down like that is insanely hard to do and takes a lot of work.
Ganon Ball Z, we rolling deep?
He's rolling deep.
Oh, baby.
Yo, nice.
Okay, so this is the start of the gauntlet. There's a lot of RNG involved. Some RNGs can be really bad and lose you quite a decent chunk of time for just one room.
It's pretty much as random as any other enemy movement room with the added pleasure of conveyor belts and BMOS. And ice.
We have a $75 donation from Thorsten. Hello, everyone. This event is just so awesome to watch every time. Keep it coming, guys.
Ooh, it's gonna be great. All right.
Missing any of those arrows is really
Nice
bad.
two-cycle.
Just lags the entire room so bad.
That's the added twist to the Land Molus fight, is just a whole ton of lag.
So these wizard rooms were probably the most fascinating to me.
That's another one coming up here.
The first run I watched, like just the way that they used it to kill all the wizard ropes quickly is really cool.
Yeah. Clapworthy.
We have a $50 donation from Psycho Midget. Come on, guys. Let's hit that 1 million mark.
So something interesting about this, if you take too long to get up that staircase after you light those torches, if those torches, well, if the first torch goes out, then it closes the door. Yeah, Andy knows all about this. The door closes to get into the staircase room, but if you go up the staircase at the exact same moment that the door closes, it glitches out the entire dungeon and removes pretty much every enemy sprite.
Hover?
So
No, thank you.
Come on.
So you get up here and you absolutely
Unbelievable.
cannot kill Moldorm because he doesn't exist. But that doesn't matter anymore because you could just hover if you get that glitch.
No, because Aghanim's not there.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, the boss kind of has to be there for you to beat it. It's pretty great.
We get to fight our boy again.
See, this Aghanim fight's a little different.
Just a little.
There's the one main Aghanim that you have to hit, which always shoots the energy shot for the first one. But then after that, it's just a 50-50 whether the main one shoots an energy shot or a blue ball, and then all the
3
phantoms shoot an energy shot every time.
Yes.
You can clip out of bounds in this room, and it's pretty fun.
Ew. That was gross. I saw what you did.
I still question how the duck gets there.
Yeah, everybody does.
Duck magic,
It's
don't
kind
worry
of a
about
mystery.
it. Just don't worry about it.
All right, so this is Ganon. What is usually a pretty technical and difficult fight in no major glitches category. Since you have the butter sword in this category, it's pretty trivial. It's only 6 slashes per phase instead of 12, so you can just kind of mess around and do whatever you want to do.
Someone's just showing off here.
Yeah. I usually add a little fun and just only hit him with dashes and then end up killing myself.
I usually just fall in the pit.
So yeah, the teleports are random. They're pretty great.
Just want to hit Ganon.
I just want to hit Ganon.
Yep.
Andy had a run that was it on PP base?
Yes, I was
Nice.
like a minute and 30 seconds ahead.
He was way ahead of his time, and he got to Ganon, and he got to this phase right here, and it was 32
37.
orbs. 37?
Yep. I
Jeez.
lost like a minute and 45 seconds just to teleports. It was pretty great.
Do you want to buy a Twitch hoodie?
Ooh.
Get out the way, fatty.
This is a pretty good game.
I'm gonna wait. Okay, that should be good.
All right. So Ganon takes 4 silver arrows. It's pretty simple stuff. Unbelievable.
Oh my god.
What a dumb time. I hate you.
Time.
1:45:35.
That's very good.
That's just like, the number 3 time.
Actually, you sure it's not the top time? Or
Oh no, Crystal. Yeah, no, that is.
6 seconds.
That's the best time other than himself.
Yeah.
So,
Xelna actually got a world record run just on a little tiny CRT in the practice room the other day while practicing. Just phone timer. He's like, yeah, this world record.
yeah, world record
Oh,
is
cool, man. Way to go.
1:43:01. Yeah, that was a good run.
So just a little mashing through this text here.
If anybody of you would like to start speedrunning this game, we have a weekly race every Sunday at 3 p.m. EST. It's a really cool game, a really cool community. And if you want to chill out with us, you can come on IRC, #ALTTP, and meet us. Have a good time.
Xelna's just trying to steal all the SRL points.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just have a nice friendly race with Xelna.
So you can farm everybody.
No, but seriously, thanks for watching. Thanks for everybody who helped me get here. Because I mean, it's not a cheap trip; it's pretty expensive. So yeah, thanks to all of you, and thanks for watching.
Roll
It was
deep.
a blast. Yeah.
Roll deep. Stay fresh. Stay fly.
Roll deep.
Great job, Zelda, on your 100% run of A Link to the Past. I'm going to read a couple of donations a bit. $500 from Anonymous. I had to donate during The Link to the Past, but an amazing run. I'm also excited to donate to such a good cause, i.e. saving the animals. We have a $50 donation from Gur Ikuman. This is my first GDQ event, and I have to say, wow, I did expect a lot, but this actually blew my mind. I didn't think it could be that amazing. Awesome people, awesome runs, and great staff keeping everything running smoothly. Also, shout out to the German Restream crew. They're doing a great job at bringing this event to the people in Germany. Love you guys. Here's to 1 million, and this is a speedrunning event, so save those precious frames.